U.S. and Israel over their proposed peace plan. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas said the territory will have no relation with the two countries, including for security. That was during an emergency meeting of the Arab League to discuss the proposal, according to Reuters. The plan was created by President Trump's administration and endorsed by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. President Trump called it a win-win opportunity for both sides on Tuesday. But Palestinians said it favored Israel and gave them little self-governing power. The proposal could create a path for Palestinian statehood, but one without a military. It would also allow Israel to annex settlements in the West Bank and establish most of Jerusalem as its capital. Abbas said the plan would receive 1,000 no's from him, telling the League he would not have it recorded in my history that I sold Jerusalem. The Arab League also rejected the statehood proposal, which Netanyahu said Tuesday he hoped to have enacted as soon as possible.
So anyway.
Police in South London responded to what they believed to be a terrorist-related stabbing. They confirmed that officers shot and killed the man on scene. Emergency services were called.
I'll bet you $1 that that man right now is absolutely regretting what he did. Now here's as I understand this. When the United Kingdom, when England, when the monarchy abandoned Israel and basically left the Jews there for slaughter. They left their whatever behind, everything behind. The Israelites fought with sticks and stones that may break your bones, and words that definitely wouldn't hurt me. I wasn't there, but I do know from reports, from what I've read, that Jerusalem, that Israel, was a gutter. It was disgusting. It was covered in filth. There was nothing worth commerce there. There was no groves. There were swamps. There were, put it this way, it was not valuable enough for the Arabs that owned it to keep it. So they sold the land to Israeli citizens. Now, it has nothing to do with bias. As far as Islam goes, well, look, they say that not all Islamists are terrorists, but all the terrorists are Islamists, with the exception of Timothy McVeigh. Have you read the Quran? Have you? Because I've read several. And it is clear, quite clear, that the Islam extremists are doing exactly what the Quran tells them to do. Yes, I would love to sit down with you and discuss it. Unbiased, because I am a student of the truth. I kind of got lost when Muhammad decided it was okay to marry a 6-year-old. I don't understand. You know what? You can say whatever you want. It was a different time. Say that. And let's say she was menstruating at age 9 when he supposedly consummated. Go ahead and say that all you want. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? Personally, I believe that for the rest of her life she hated him. That she purposely left her bracelet in the bed of a man who, according to his own law, she should have been killed, and has not, which was fine with me. I'm glad she wasn't killed, but there's a long story behind that I heard about him forgiving her for, and not his own law. But look, that has nothing to do with this. What this has to do with Now, I might be wrong, but I read several times that the Palestine never existed. There was never. These are people that were displaced when the Arabs that owned Israel sold it and left because it was a dump. It was a garbage dump. And Israelis came back. They were corralled. I believe it was Jordan believed that the United Kingdom was going to finish what Germany had started, so it started to build ovens. That's not a joke. It started to build ovens, Jordan, to exterminate the rest of the Jewish population. However, when they pulled out, I believe the King David Hotel was their post, whatever. You do the research on your own, okay? But so Israel. Here, I'm trying to get to this, that the Palestinians were given billions of dollars. Billions. So, what did they do with that billions of dollars? They bought rockets and bombs and dug tunnels and armaments and weapons, and they didn't build an infrastructure. Israel gives jobs to many, many, many Palestinians. There are no other jobs. Now they want the water purification plants. They want the groves. They want the commerce that Israel built up. And instead of building homes, they live in the worst possible situations that you can. And whose fault is that? Your leadership has billions of dollars tucked away somewhere because when he died, what's his name? He had $1 billion in his bank account. So why you need to go and talk to the leaders, Mahmoud Abbas, and you need to ask them where all the money's going, where is all the aid going that you're getting. You need to question that. This has nothing to do with, I don't know anybody from Palestine. I don't know, I can't see it with my own two eyes. But I do know that if America, and think about it for 1 second, that if Mexico was attacking America, we wouldn't stand for it 1 second. The wall would mean nothing. We would evaporate 20 miles on the other side of that border so that there is no more rockets hitting us from Mexico. We would not stand for it for 1 minute if they shot a rocket into Texas and killed an old man opening up his store, or they started attacking schools and hospitals, because that's what the cowards do. They fire rockets at schools and hospitals and buses. They're cowards. They put masks on and hold machine guns above their heads like there's some kind of... Take the mask off. If you're going to do something, do it. But not with your mask on. Take it off, man. Of course, I'm pro-Israel. I'm scriptural believing 100% Jesus Christ. There is no other way. Holy Spirit filled Christian. That I hope I'm Holy Spirit filled, but I see the turbans. I mean the whatever they got on. I forget what that's called. Forgive me, because I'm not in a good way these days. But if you want to kill me over this, fine. Please do. There's a dotted line on my neck, chop away. But stop blaming Israel for your problems. Because I know for a fact you have received billions of dollars in aid. and have done nothing except hate and spread hate. So you keep on feeding that hate. Keep it up. All it's going to get you is nothing but another swamp. And quite frankly, I'm tired of it, man. The people, we're not reporting on how horrible it is that you just wake up in the morning and say, hey, let's bomb a school or let's bomb a hospital. They're not reporting on how filthy and disgusting that is when your punk, coward, no good, filthy, coward, punk asses go to somebody's house, force them to allow you to into their home so that you can shoot rockets from their roof. And then Israel destroys their house, and then you say, oh, look, Israel destroyed a whole bunch of houses and killed children. That's what you're doing. So that you can point the finger at Israel. That is the filth, and you people need to wake up and fight that. And I know you can't. Because if you fight it, you're going to die. Because you can't even question your own beliefs because you'll die. I know many of you hate it. I know you do. Look, cry out to Christ. Cry out to Christ. He will never give you up. He will never not answer your prayers. He will never leave you in that situation. It might get hard. He might take you out and you might wake up in heaven. You're not going to a heaven with 40 virgins and a bunch of whiskey. That's not heaven. Because then what happens? What happens after you've made sweet love to all those virgins? Do they become virgins again? Do you get new virgins? Or do you now have 40 wives? What are you going to do to your wives? You going to beat them in heaven if they look at another man? Think about it, man. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because that's not heaven. That's right here on earth. That's hell on earth. You got that right now if you want it. So, please. Cry out to Christ. There's the only solution. Kill me if you want to. I really want to get off this planet. I'm a monster. That's just there's no way around it. Taking donations. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm taking donations. If you want to see me castrated, I'll take the money and we'll get me castrated. Am I clear on that? I'm dead serious. My mental state is just fine. I know what I'm doing. This is also scriptural. If you don't believe me, look it up. Look it up. I don't need it anymore. All it does is cause sin in my life. I don't want it anymore. I want to serve Christ, and if that's the best possible way to do it, then that's what I want to do. I don't know how much it costs, but I need that.
That's why it's taking a little longer to get those results.
I need that.
Declaring victory, are the candidates responding to this confusion?
So, also, don't waste your time with this mess, this nonsense, because the outcome of the election has already been set. Doesn't matter how many votes are in or who you vote for, because it's whoever they choose to run this country is going to run this country. It's the money behind the beast, okay? It's the hand in the puppet. I could go into all kinds of the end time signs now. I could go into the fact that, this virus that's coming up and killing all these people now, I don't know if that's scriptural, but everything else that's happening is. So, anyway, yeah. Let's get a movement to castrate me. How about them apples? All right, well, you have a blessed day.